Hi, and welcome back to the Wicked Thrifter Resale channel. Right off the bat on this trip to Goodwill, I found a couple of unique art glass pieces. I grabbed those. They are signed by the artist on the back. I believe the artist's name was Deborah Hall. I thought this was unique. I wasn't sure what it was, so I was trying to get a better look at it. And then I found this blue vase on the bottom, and it looked interesting, but it was quite heavy, and it was more modern, so I did leave that. I grabbed this art glass piece as well. I thought the color purple was pretty. They had a fun flamingo platter, and next to it was a jar. I had just recently acquired something very similar to this at an auction that I had won, so I left that behind. Next, we're in the wood aisle. This drew my attention, but it was kind of faded and damaged, so I left that there. They had an interesting little doll shelf and a couple of fish down at the bottom that I wanted to get a closer look at. This was a hand-painted wood pheasant that would hang on the wall. And I thought this was fun. They had a lot of interesting inlay work done on this, but pieces of this nature don't tend to move very fast for me, especially like the trinket boxes. A lot of them are made in India. Some of them are really fun, but for some reason they just don't sell very fast. Though this doesn't fall within my profit rule, it was only $2.99 and I really like this style. It's a cute little key ring holder, and someone will probably love it as much as I did. This was a fun jewelry box as well. There was a lot of warping or damage done to the image that was on the front, so I did leave that there at the store. These were cute vintage plates. They wanted $1.99 for them, and there was only 4, and there was some damage on them, so I do not grab these. These were cute. They had a lid that went on top of the cup as well, and it came with the bottom underplate or snack plate. I usually don't find a ton in this section at this store. Once in a while you'll find a great piece. I spotted a Pioneer Woman measuring cup. And this was another art glass piece. It was hand blown, but it had a chip on the bottom, so I left that behind as well. And I was happy to find this. Unfortunately, before I went to checkout, I realized that the stem had been broken and re-glued. But to make up for it, I found these loon bookends. They're heavy brass enameled on a wood base, and there was a pair of them. And now we're off to the next store the same day. Another Goodwill trip. I found this interesting piece of pottery. The brand name or the maker mark says "Be Human," which I thought was interesting. And then I spotted this wonderful Fenton piece. It was only $4.99, so it was a great deal. This intrigued me. However, there was some damage on the beak of the bird, and I leave that on the shelf. And then I found this wonderful Navajo pottery piece. It was signed and it was only $4.99. These were a nice set too, but unfortunately at $8.99 a piece, I could not pick those up. Another fun art glass piece. This was really heavy, and I tried my hardest to try to find an artist signature on it. Most likely contemporary, probably from China or Mexico. This was a Delft piece. There was chipping on the rim, so I do leave that at the store. And also recently, I purchased a lifelong collection from somebody on an auction of owls, and I feel like every store I go to, there are owls everywhere. And I spotted those bookends, but they were missing the glass eyes that were set into them. And this frog was fun, but it was broken. Here's another art pottery teapot. It was signed, and it was only $4.99, but I'm trying to refrain from buying so many teapots. They take a while to sell. Another pottery piece, looked like a student piece. If you guys notice anything in the store on the shelves that I missed, that I may not know much about, please let me know down in the comments below. I'm always interested in finding out and learning more about items at the store. If it's something old and something that has a history or could bring in a good profit as well. Especially now that Goodwill is picking some items to put online themselves, it's getting harder to find the diamond in the rough pieces that you can sell on eBay. And I was happy to find this initially, this little luminary porcelain piece. It was in its original box and appeared to have not been used yet. However, right before checkout, when I was going back through my cart as I always do, I actually looked at the price and they wanted $14.99 for that, so it did go back. And then right before I left, someone had put these out on the shelf. They were restocking, and I grabbed them initially to take a look at them. They are old. They're antique, I believe. Not quite sure of the age on them, but when I looked them up on eBay, there are a lot of them listed, and I just, for the size of that and the space it takes up, I left that behind. And this is one of the same stores you probably saw in this video before. Just went back on another day looking for some items. And I did happen to find this vase. It was fun. I hadn't seen this shape and this style of vase before, so I grabbed that. I threw this footage on at the end here just because I did not find much. Of course, it's only a couple days or a day at most between shopping trips. This was a nice art glass flower. I did leave that back at the store though. Before I left, I put it back on the shelf. And they had these nice ashtrays. There are only 3 of them. I do end up leaving them at the store. Looking back, maybe I could have grabbed them and put them in a lot. Alright, that's going to wrap up our shopping trip this time. Please comment down below if there's any items you think I might have missed. I really do appreciate that you take the time to watch the videos. And if you could go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow, that'd be great. I'll see you in the next video. Here's your recap.